Hey lovelies, welcome back. It's your girl Katie here, and today's video is going to be my intro for my project pan for 2026. So I have all my products here in this bag, and I'm just going to be going through and showing you guys what all I'm going to be doing for hopefully for 2026. Now before I get on into this intro, I am just going to go ahead and talk about and kind of apologize for falling off the bandwagon for in my 2025 project pan. Like, I did not finish it. I started out really good in 2025, got about halfway through, and the reason why I fell off the bandwagon is I'm actually currently expecting my second child, and found out I was pregnant about halfway through last year. So I'm currently 6 months, and you might be like, well, what does that have to do with the project pan? Well, let me just say, the first trimester takes me out. It's not great. I get hit with all-day nausea as soon as I hit 6 weeks in my pregnancy. And it goes on for like 7+ weeks until I'm well into my second trimester. So I did not do much with my project pan after I found out I was pregnant and was sick. So that's why I fell off the bandwagon. I just had no motivation to wear any makeup during that whole time, and definitely didn't have any desire to do skincare or anything, just because skincare is pretty heavily scented and I get super nauseous with just smells. And I was just not going to do that. My focus was keeping my toddler alive and surviving through the first trimester. So that's why I fell off the bandwagon. But I'm really hopeful that I can start this back up in 2026 or this year. And even though, like I said, I'm 6 months along, so I am due in about 3 months. So hopefully I can still stay with it. I'm hoping that everything will go really well, really smoothly. I'm not really too worried about having a second baby. I know it's going to be like challenging in itself with a toddler and a baby, but I'm not too worried about that. But I will ask for some grace. But if I fall off the bandwagon again, I'm going to try really hard not to. But we'll just see how it goes. I mean, I don't know what the future holds, so I'm just going to be taking it one day at a time. But anyways, so I do really want to get back into project panning. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and make this video in hopes that I don't fall off the bandwagon again. But anyways, so let me just show you guys what all I got in this bag. I will say, so I do skincare and makeup products in my project pans, and some of these products may be rollovers from 2025's project pan, so I'll just walk you through it and tell you guys kind of as they come up. I'll tell you if this is a new product or one that I'm rolling in from last year. So I'm going to start with the skincare first, and how I do skincare is I'm always trying to use up, so I use the product up until it's gone. With makeup, sometimes I put a cap on it, like I will do 50 uses, because I get bored with makeup. I like to mix it up. So some products I will try to use up, and others I will be like, hey, if I hit pan on it, or if I get to 50 uses and there's still no pan, then I will allow myself to rotate the product out. But anyways, like I said, let's start off with skincare first. So let me get all my skincare out. So first product I have in here is a cleanser. I always like to have a cleanser in my project pans because I have I don't have like a ton in my backups, but I have a few cleansers that I need to get through. Anyways, this is one that I had been using last year. I didn't actually include it in my project pan because I think when I rolled this product in, was not really filming my project pans anymore. So this product is probably about like this much left in it, but I am just going to go ahead and include it. Anyways, so this is the JLo Beauty That Hit Single Gel Cream Cleanser. So you can't really see progress-wise because of the packaging. But like I said, I think I have like maybe this much left. So we'll start off with this as my cleanser, and then I'll pull in another. I always pull in new products as I use them up. Definitely in the skincare category, and sometimes in the makeup category. Sometimes I'll mix it up anyways. So this is the first product. So hopeful that I can use this up by next check-in. Hopefully, because I really don't think I have that much left. It's kind of hard, like I said, to tell because there's still a lot of air in here. Like, I haven't got to that point where all the air gets pushed out, but like I said, I'm guessing that I have about this much left, if not less. So I'm just going to make a mark, even though I can't really tell for sure. I'm just going to make a mark, and we'll see where I'm at next check-in. So there's the first one. Next up, from Rodial, I have this Vitamin C Papaya Enzyme Scrub, which it's an exfoliator. This one is basically new. Like, I just pulled this in. I just finished using up another one, so I can't tell for sure. The lighting, I want to say that's not even all the way full. Like I'm trying to look at the product. I think it's like right about here is where I'm seeing product. If I hold it up to the light, I can kind of see. So I'm just going to make a mark. But here is that one. So like I said, I've used this once. And we'll just track the uses on them. I do track my uses. I'm marked down how many times I've used a product. So I will start with this one. This one, since I've been using it, I'm just gonna tell you how many uses before I finish this one up as like where it's currently at. Anyway, so we'll be tracking that one. Then I have a toner here, trying to go in order as if I would be putting them on my face. Now this one is a roll-in product from last year. I was using this up last year and this is where I'm at. So you can tell from my last mark. So you can tell like I've had some marks on it. Like I said, this is a roll-in from last year. So last time I checked in, I was up here and now I'm down to here. I'm really hopeful that I can use up the rest of this. Like I'm halfway through the bottle. It is taking me a bit longer because you just don't, like you just spritz it all over your face and it doesn't really require a lot when I use it. But I definitely don't think I'll be using this up by the next check-in, but I will definitely hopefully have made a lot of progress by then, if not almost finishing it. So there's that one. Next up I have an eye product, like an eye cream. I think it's technically an oil. This one's a new bring in. This one is going to take me a really long time, so I'm just going to give you a fair warning there. This is like, I don't know if you'd call it an eye oil, eye serum. It says serum on it, so it's an eye serum and it's from the Better Skin Co. Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you what this was. This is from Murad, the toner. It's a hydrating toner. Anyways, so from the Better Skin Co. Eye Bright Now Anti-Puff Anti-Dark Circle Serum. And the reason why I'm saying it's going to take me a while is I know you can't really see. You can only see from the side here of how much is in there. But this is very oily and does not, like, you use one drop at a time. So I'll put like the smallest drop on my fingertip and I will place it underneath my eyelid. And I use 2 drops and that's that. Like one for this eye and one for that eye. So a total of 2 drops each time I use this. And it is such a oily kind of thin texture, if you want to call it that, it just doesn't take much each time I use it. So this is going to be in here for I'm predicting a really long time. We'll see how far I get by the end of the year. But just by how little you use each time, I'm just thinking it's going to take me a really long time. Anyways, so there's that one. Then I have a serum here that I'm rolling in from last year. You can't even see my marks. I need to redo my marks because they wear off after a while. I'll just do the latest mark. So this is from, let's see, Malin and Goats. It's their Recovery Treatment Oil. So last check-in, I know it's kind of hard to see because it's a dark bottle. So last check-in, I was about halfway through and I'm about down to here now. So I don't know if I'll be able to use this up by next check-in, but I will be very close to finishing it up, hopefully by next check-in. I am going to go ahead and mark where it's currently out, just so I know. I only have about 3 more products in the skincare section of this video. I have a lot more skincare than I do. Nah, it's about the same amount, but I've accumulated a lot of skincare from my years of being subscribed to Ipsy, so that I'm really trying to focus them down now and trying to use them up instead of just letting them sit in my bathroom or wherever I keep it. Anyway, so next up I have a moisturizer, and this is the Marc Jacobs Youthquake Hydra Full Retexturizing Gel Cream. It's a very long-winded name. Anyways, this one you have to like just open it up and look in there. I have probably about half left in this one. This one wasn't in my last year's project pan, but I still pulled it in because I still use moisturizer. Once I start feeling better, I start using moisturizer again. So, but I'd say it's about halfway done. So this one is another product that doesn't take like a lot each time I use it. So I wouldn't be surprised if this one was around for at least a couple of months. But hopefully by next check-in, I'll have made a lot of progress. All right, I don't know if any of you guys are gonna remember this. I have been struggling to use up this product, and I'm gonna go ahead and roll it in from last year. This is the Sugar Rush, I think it's like Tarte's Lip Butter Balm. I've actually made some progress from my last time. You guys probably won't remember, but it's getting close. I'm almost seeing the bottom of the pot now. So I am going to go ahead and roll this in because we are still kind of in the colder, wintry months right now. My lips have been dry, and I do really like to use this as like an overnight lip balm. Like I'll just put it on as like a lip mask kind of. But anyway, so here's where I'm at. So I'm really hopeful that I can make a lot of progress this month. It's not a bad product. Like I've just enjoyed using it. It's just I forget to use it. It's one of those products that I always just forget. But like I said, because you know we're going through winter, hopefully we're almost through winter, but my lips were getting really dry, and I don't know if it's pregnancy related. That might be too. But anyways, I was just lathering that stuff on. So I'm hopeful I can finally finish that product. I really want to finish it because I've had it for so long. So last product in my skincare section is going to be this Sol de Janeiro. I can't say it. How do you say that? Sol de Janeiro. I'm probably saying that wrong. It's this mini Brazilian Bum Bum cream. I'm going to use this as kind of like a hand cream because my hands have been getting really dry this year. But anyway, so here is what the is looking like. Hopefully I can make some decent, again, progress. It's just going to be one of those things that I'm just going to have to remember to use. But like I said, my hands have been dry, so I've been putting on a lot more lotion. And this one's just one that has been sitting in my collection for a while. And it smells really good, and I do really like the cream. I just forget about it, so that's why I'm going to intentionally try to use this product up. I'm not really sure how long it'll take me, because it's probably like about halfway, I'd say halfway full. So hopefully by next check-in, I keep saying that. I know, but hopefully I will make some really good progress by then. Alright, so let's finally get on into the makeup side of my project pan. I know that's the part that I really like, but skincare it's important as well. So I'm not putting any foundation in this time around. I tried doing that last year and it just doesn't work for me because I need to go through my actual foundation and see which foundations I still like and go through them and get more familiar with my foundations, because I've accumulated a lot of foundations through the year, but I haven't worn some of them in a really long time, so I don't want to force myself to project pan one if I'm going to hate it. So I'm pulling those now in my Shop My Stashes. But so project pan, not going to do a foundation. I am still working on a concealer, and this is going to be a roll-in product from last year. So because I used it today, you can't really see the windows as well, but I have like literally that much left in this concealer, and this is one from e.l.f. and this is their Hydrating Camo Concealer. I'm going to make a new mark just to kind of mark where I'm at. Anyway, so I'm really hopeful I can definitely use this up by this year. If not, hopefully by the next check-in. That might be a little bit, I don't know, might be a little too hopeful of me to say that, but I'm hoping I can use it up by next check-in. But if not, definitely within the next 2 months, because I'm actually getting to the point now that I might need to pull out the stopper. I can still reach some product, but we're almost getting there. So like I said, there's where I'm at. So I'm going to kind of try to go in order as if I would be applying it to my face. So I do have a powder here, and this is another one that I'm rolling in from last year. So this is the PYT Beauty Set Me Up Setting Powder in the shade Fair. It is a pressed powder, and I have already hit pan in it, but I kind of just wanted to go ahead and finish it up because I think I can. Definitely by the end of the year, but I just don't know how long it will take me. I might have to turn my lights down, but there you go. You guys can see I've got quite a bit of pan on there. And that's why I just kind of was like, well, I've already got such a big pan. I would really, really like to use it up. Now, I don't know if I'm going to have to try to repress this. I don't know how to repress products, but it is kind of, I have to be careful. Like, I'm really starting to use the edges because it does start to crumble if I focus too much in the middle. So I'm trying to really focus on the outer part right now in hopes that it won't keep crumbling. Anyway, so there's that one. Then I'm actually pulling in a bronzer. Now, this is one that I'm just not pulling in this year. I didn't have this in last year. But this is from LYS, and this is the No Limits Matte Bronzer in the shade Motivate, which is the light shade. Now, this one, I've never tried project panning a bronzer, so I don't know how, like realistically, how long it takes to hit pan, let alone use one up. So my goal for this one is I want to hit pan, but if I've gotten 50 uses and I still haven't hit pan yet, I will allow myself to rotate it out, because I like to switch up between project panning either a blush or a highlighter or a bronzer. Like, I don't ever do all of them at once because I still like to fill my Shop My Stashes, and if I have every single category of makeup in my project pan, then there would be no reason for me to do Shop My Stashes each month. So I only do like a couple here and there in my project pan. But anyways, so here's what the bronzer is looking like. Like, it looks barely used, but hopefully by the end of it, it'll look more used, I guess. I don't know. I have a feeling I may rotate this out by 50 uses before I actually hit pans. Who knows? Maybe I'll be surprised, but it just from using it. I pulled out these products at the beginning of February. Like, I went ahead and pulled out what I wanted to use for this project pan this year, and I've used it a couple of times since before filming this, and it takes so little for me to see it up on myself that I'm like, man, I don't think I'm gonna hit pan before I rotate it out. But we'll see. Maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. Maybe it'll be one of those products that's just kind of like, oh look, pan, you know, you hit pan all of a sudden. Anyways, next up, let's see, I have a brow product. And this product is a roll-in from last year. And the reason why I'm rolling it in is I literally have so little left. I don't understand how I have not used up this product yet. Like, it is a product that you don't have to, like, I don't do like a ton with my eyebrows. I just fill in the bare spots and kind of spread the products around, and I'm happy with it. But I feel like I've used, you know, I'm not like, I don't use that little each time. But man, I have such little left. That's all the way up. I'm just like, no, I gotta finish it. So I'm keeping it in the project pan, and I'm gonna finish it up. Hopefully by next check-in. Might not be 2 more months, but I don't know. I just don't understand how that little product left, and I feel like I'm making no progress on it. Like I said, that is all the way up. I don't get it. Anyway, so here's how much is left. At this point, this is just me being stubborn. I want to use this up. Like, it'll be so satisfying to have this out of my collection. I mean, I like the product, so it's not like, I don't know, it's not like I hate it, but I want to use it up. Alright, then a highlighter. Now, the highlighter I'm pulling in is from Becca, and this is their highlighter in the shade Lilac Geode. Now, this highlighter I'm not using as like an overall face highlighter. I'm only using this as like my inner corner highlight, and also my brow bone, and maybe a little bit on my nose. So I imagine this is going to take a little bit to hit pan on, but I just kind of want to see how far I can get before I roll it out. Like I said, I'm going to keep with the same goal of trying to hit pan, but if I reach 50 uses before then, and I still haven't hit pan, then I will roll it out. But I already have like a little bit, probably can't tell, but I have a little bit of a dip. But anyways, so here's this one. I don't know if you can see that little bitty dip. Like, you probably can't. I can see it in person, but camera might not pick it up so well. But anyways, this is just kind of for fun. I want to see how far I can get before 50 uses, or till 50 uses. I would be really happy if I hit pan, but I mean, I think I can if I focus on one spot. Like I said, I can see like a little bit of a dip forming already, so I'll just focus on that one spot and we'll see. I'll see if I can hit pan. I do have an eyeshadow palette. Now, how I do my eyeshadow palettes is, well, first off, I normally randomly pick an eyeshadow palette to put in my project pan because I'm so indecisive. And this way it just kind of forces me to pull one from my collection that I might not gravitate towards. Anyways, and then how I do pick the shades is I will randomly pick the eyeshadow shades, because again, I would always pick like the neutrals and stuff like that if it was up to me. And I kind of want to force myself to use more than just the neutrals in my palettes that I pull. So I randomly picked 2, and the 2 shades that I picked, or the randomizer picked, was this shade here and this shade here. So they're both the shimmer shades, and I was like, okay, that's kind of fitting. I kind of prefer it that way. But anyways, so same concept as the other ones, or same goals. Trying to hit pan on these 2 shades, but if I reach 50 uses and I still haven't hit pan by then, I will allow myself to rotate it out and pull a different one in. But anyways, let's get close up. So these two shades, like I said, shimmer shades, I think I can make some pretty good progress on these. These are shades that I wouldn't naturally gravitate towards anyways. I don't think I really have a dip in them yet, but I have a feeling that shimmer shades are going to be a lot easier to hit pan in than like mattes. I don't know, I feel like mattes take forever. But we'll see. Like I said, if I reach 50 uses and I still haven't hit pan, then I'll rotate them out. But I'm really hopeful that I can hit pan in at least one of the shades. I keep forgetting to tell you guys what the actual name of the product is. So this is from Ciate London, and this is their 9-piece eyeshadow palette. That's what it's called. Doesn't have a fancy name or anything. And the two shades that I'm going to be trying to use up is Baby and Mink. Alright guys, 3 more products and then I'm done. So the last 3 products are, one of them you can't really tell the progress, so I'll just be doing it by keeping track of uses. By the way, if I didn't already say, I am going to be keeping track of all the uses on all the products that I've showed you. The skincare and the makeup. But anyway, so I went ahead and pulled in a mascara. Just because I'm trying to use up the mascaras I have in my collection. So this one's from Tarte. And this is our Tartelette Tubing Mascara. Now this is a mini. You won't be able to see the progress or anything, but that's why I'm just going to be tracking it by my uses. I think I can use this up hopefully by next check-in. Mascara is one thing that even if I do like a very little makeup day, I always wear mascara, so I have a feeling I should be able to use this up hopefully by next check-in. Now how I use up mascara is I use it up until I basically can't, either it dries up or I'm just not, every time I try to apply it I'm just not seeing much because I can't see like in there, so I don't really know how much is in there. But anyways, so 1 mascara. Actually I have 3 more products left. Alright, then I did go ahead and pull in a lip pencil. This isn't the same one from last year's. It's another ColourPop one, but this one's in the shade Oh Snap. And I'm just going to, I don't know, I might put a cap on this because realistically I just don't think I'll be able to use up this entire thing by the end of the year. So maybe I'll just keep it in for a year and then I'll just rotate it out and we'll just see how far I get. Or I don't know if I should just cap it at 50 uses. I don't know, let me know down in the comments. What do you think I should do? Just keep it in for the entire year and I'll see how far I get, or should I cap it at 50 uses? I don't know, lip liners I don't really get bored of. Just because they just, with doing with doing my Shop My Stashes and stuff, with me bringing in new products, like lip products each month, you can always like get a different look each time. Like even if I'm using the same lip liner, if I change up my lipsticks each month, then I feel like I am still getting a new look each month. Like it's not the same boring thing. Whereas if it's a lipstick, then it's the entire color. You know what I mean? I don't know. Makes sense to me. But anyways, here's where I'm at. I don't really know how to track the progress on this one, so I'm just going to probably just go by uses because, I mean, I could show you this each month, but, so I'm probably just going to do it by tracking. I know you could take a piece of paper and, like, draw where it's at, but I don't know. I think I'll just track it by uses only. Then I have a lip gloss. I do have a lip product in here, and it's kind of settled, but this is the one here from Nabla. This is the Shine Theory Lip Gloss in the shade Renaissance. Now, I want to say that I have like that much, like it's right about there. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. It's kind of settled and I have a little bit of windowing. I'm going to make a mark right about here because that's where I'm seeing the product kind of settle. I know you can see product on the side here, but like I can see like where it's really concentrated. This is a new product. Not like new to me, but like this is a new product in my project pan. This isn't a roll-in from last year. I was using a different lipstick last year that I decided to get rid of, so that's why I didn't roll it back into this year's. I think I can make a pretty good dent by next check-in if I stay consistent. Lip glosses, I like to, I don't know, I feel like you reapply them throughout the day, whereas a lipstick, I don't know, you can, but I just feel like lip glosses, I like to have moisture on my lips because my lips are dry. So I have a feeling I will use a lot more of this product than I would like a liquid lipstick. And then last but not least, my last product. This is a roll-in from last year's, and it's a setting spray, and I'm almost finished with it. If you guys can see, I have like this much left. That's why I'm going to go ahead and keep it in this project pan because I'm almost done with it. You can see my previous marks. Last check-in was right here, and now I'm down to here. So I made pretty good progress. I can't even like see the writing on it anymore, so I don't know. I think it's called Dream something Moon. Moonlight, Dream, Dear Moonlight? I can't tell. I think it's Dear Moonlight. Anyway, it's their Set to Last setting spray. Like I said, I've been using it, so the lettering and stuff on the actual bottle is starting to wear off. So I'm not really sure what the brand is. And I'm not familiar with enough with all the brands out there to know every brand by heart, you know. There's so many makeup brands out there. But anyways, I'm pretty confident that I can use this up by next check-in. But there you go, guys. That is my intro for my project pan for 2026. I know I'm getting this up kind of late. It's already February by the time I'm filming this, and hopefully I will get it up within a week or so of me filming this, but we'll just see. Anyways, I know I'm getting this up kind of late, but I wanted to still, you know, better late than never. I wanted to still film this and get it up and start my progress from here versus, you know, waiting for the perfect time. There's never a perfect time, okay? Sure, my perfect timing would have been, my preference would have been getting it up in January, but that did not happen, so I'm working with what I got, and this is where I'm at. So, there are all my products for Project Pan for 2026. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up because that really helps my channel, and also let me know down in the comments what you guys thought of my Project Pan or all the products that I'm going to be having in my Project Pan this year. Are you guys doing Project Pan? And if you are, let me know down below because I love chatting with you guys down there. But other than that, hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful week, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!